What's up, YouTube? We're going to look at some Matchbox today. And I got Hot Wheels Team Transport, so let's get started. Some new castings. This is probably their first or second wave, if memory serves me correctly, for 2020 on Matchbox. So we got new castings and some recycled ones, so we'll take a look at both. Some of the highlights, I guess, from the re-release. I picked up some of the lines I'll collect, especially the VW thing. The 181, I like that car a lot, so I picked up the latest release in green, got a few of those, and you know, the new Mercedes looks really great. So without further ado, let's take a look here. The box art is really neat. They're starting to put more, looks to me, less Matchbox graphics like this and more of the murals that they paint. This box right here is all, the front is all the mural. So a lot of cool artwork. I like that a lot. They're using like the wheel from the Matchbox car instead of an actual wheel, so I like that too. So there. I don't know if Power Grabs are international packaging. I think they are. Unlike, you know, Hot Wheels, they separate some of the cards from North America to international. So there it is, very cool looking. I love the green. So they were only able to do the front headlights and emblem, and then the side tampo. But it's very nice. I love the green, and it's a kind of like a very light greenish tan plastic base that also translates to the interior. They did the 4-spoke steering wheel though that VW had back then. And this is the early 70s. So that's done pretty cool. Tinted window. And you got your disc wheels, which are probably the best choice for these older cars. I don't really like the other wheels for these type of older vehicles. So very nice. And my growing collection, I have my super fast or anniversary series metal base VW thing. It's the same side tampo, it's just in a different color. But this one's got the signal bulbs done. It's got the door handles. It's got markings for the rear deck, stickers, license plates. So really cool car. Let's take a little zoom here. See what I'm talking about there. So, very good looking little V-dub. Alright, so next let's take a look at another recycled casting. Started to get these now, which is the Ranchero. This is an early 60s one, 61. Basically a Ford Falcon wagon, something like that, and they made a pickup body on it. Falcon was a unitized construction, preceded, the Mustang. So Mustang borrowed heavily on the Falcon engineering. It's a little undersized car, but these were tiny anyway, so it's good that it's small if you compare it to like a full-size truck. Let's get this dually. I mean, it's pretty decently sized, so I'd say that this would be good for a layout vehicle. It's got the disc wheels. There is a wheel variation, I suppose, on this. I see people posting on Instagram. It comes with the spoke wheels too. But it's got really cool rear tampoing. So full tampo on the back. Just the front needs to be picked out with a brush. So yeah, white, pearl white car. Very nice looking. So there's the back and zoom detail. I like it. I think I have the rose red one right now. There's been a couple others. The ones that I haven't gotten yet are the wagons. So that's coming back for this year, it looks like. So very excited. All right, here's a new casting. Look at this thing. This will fit in with my NYPD collection. I have Matchbox, because Matchbox has some of the licensing for them, so they're all over the scales in terms of accuracy for 1/64th, but they got really cool graphic tampos. So I'll pick these up when I see them. But it is a new casting too, and it's a Caprice bubble. The car still has a skirt there. You can see the back windows. It still is a steady triangle. It's really like when this car came out, 91 to 92, and then 93, the skirts were taken off the body. So there's the licensing. Really cool car. Really, really neat. So again, this body is really like a 91, 92, and they did have the 9C1 package for the Caprice as soon as it debuted. They did a really good grill on this. Now this car is small. It's like a 170s scale. To me, it feels like. But the detail on it's very good. Even the side of the car, they got the roundness done pretty well. Usually these are pretty flat when you get these toy cars, but no, this one's done good. And they even did the blacked out wheels with the center cap, so very, very nice. Full tampo on the side. It's just even the marker light's done, but obviously the back's not done, but that's an easy fix. Light bar comes through the roof, and the windows are done very nicely. So this is a cool casting. They even do the mirrors on the car, so really cool. This would have had a 350 in it. Base motor for the 91 debut was the 305, but can't remember. I think 9C1 you could get a 305, just can't remember as the base, but most of them had the 5.7s in them. Throttle body fuel injection. They did tune port 94, I believe, 94, 95, 96. They got tune port. So there it is. Very cool. That'll look good. You know, the Suburban that they have has these same graphics. Pretty much, these are pretty much what they're using now, or a little bit earlier than current. All right, so more new castings. Let's take a look at another crazy one. I saw this is pretty ingenious. Moving parts, but on a mainline car. It's all plastic. Whole thing's plastic, but it's got really cool details. So it's this banana car. It's almost like a roller coaster type deal. And do the star wheels. Rolls nicely. Banana comes off. You gotta like really pull on it. But basically, it's friction posting. Like they're two posts that fit into those little hex heads there. And you see it just snaps in, but you can take it off. So it's got the clear windshield, tinted, and then everybody sits single file. The cover's awesome. They do all the markings like a banana would have. So this is a fun car. This will go with the fantasies type stuff that I have. You know, the Batmobiles and the Snoopy car and all that. It'll look good with those guys. So banana car, really funny. Very, very funny car. All right, so I'll have something more serious. Alpha Giulia, really cool car. This came to North America in about 2015, 2016 time frame. And it comes with a 2-liter Fiat Chrysler inline 4-cylinder turbo, or you can get the 2.9 twin turbo V6, just over 500 horsepower. So tiny little car, high horsepower, 8-speed automatic, 6-speed manual, 2 different 6-speed manuals for the 4 and the twin turbo 6. Really nice lines. Car's very pretty car in real life. Scaling on this is close, I'd say, to 1/64th. I mean, the car's small, but it's not tiny. And so, you know, it's a pretty nice, decent sized 4-door. Probably the size of a mid-sized Lexus or a 3 or 5 series car, basically. Nice lines. They got the tailpipes done very nicely. There's underneath here. 2016. Let's get the just done for this year. So it's a really cool car. take a look at the Tampo graphics. So they do the headlights good nowadays if they take the time to do the printing. It's awesome. And the grill almost looks like it's hollow, but it's not. So very nicely done. And then there's your back. So very nice car, I like it. Got a couple of these as well. Box art's very nicely done on it. So very excited to have it. All right, next we are gonna look at this thing. This is awesome. The 220 SE. This is a W111 platform. It's the, what do they call them, the fintail Mercedes. So this came after the pontoon cars of the 50s. So this car debuted in 59. This is representing the 1962 version of it. They had inline 6 cylinders. Back when these were done, these Grand Prix, they were done pretty much on public roads, and in Argentina it was very rough. And the fact that she won all 6 stages was very, very good and incredible. She averaged about 5 to 6 miles per hour on average faster from last year's winner. So not only did she win, but she was driving and setting records. So this represents their car. I'll let you read the name there. And I'm not going to attempt to pronounce that correctly. I have not heard it spoken, so I'll just leave it there. But first woman Grand Prix winner, and this was in the touring car class. This was kind of like what rallying was, but they would drive over great distances. And back then the cars, this was pretty much a stock off-the-shelf vehicle. Some upgrades, but nothing too crazy. You can see right there they have the headlight there in the middle for more lighting, because it was a very, very primitive road situation in Argentina in the early 60s. Nothing was paved. Very, very primitive, harsh conditions for these cars. But this thing was a tank, and it won mightily. The second 2 cars, they were Volvos, and they were way back. So really, really cool vehicle. Let's take a look here. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to let my little dog out the door real quick. Come on. You want to go out? Come on. She wanted to go down with the other dogs. Alright, so that's the graphics. Very, very understated. I think this was a factory Mercedes car, so it would have been just mostly sponsored by them. Blue tinted windshield. This car is a decent size. These weren't enormous cars back in the day, but they definitely were stately, and I'd say it's pretty decently sized compared to regular 1/64 scale stuff. So very, very happy to have it. It's awesome. It's really cool that it's almost like a chase car, because it seems like there was only 1 or 2 to a box, I think. So I was able to get 2, thankfully, but these are going to be difficult. So just keep your eyes peeled, and you'll be able to find one. Chrome base. So really cool car. Really no tampoing except for the race graphics there. No taillight detail or anything like that, but that certainly can be added, and this car would look great. Disc wheels. So very excited to have that. Very, very happy for that in the collection. Okay, so last vehicle, I was able to get this via one of my collector buddies, and very grateful to that. Of course, we always swap out cars. If we can't find one, we'll get one for each other. So this is one of those situations, and very grateful to get it, because this is going to be very difficult. This is more like a chase vehicle too. There's like 1 to a case. I don't think they come 2 compared to the other ones that come in. So because the releases, if you look at the box, all those, so it's like 1, 1, 1, 1. There's a graphic. So really cool. Undersized truck cab. It's not quite 1/64 scale, but really awesome. So it's a C-800 cab over Ford. with a 64 Galaxie 500, basically drag team car. It's got the teardrop hood and your steel wheels, big and littles. Goodyear tampoing on the tires. Really, really nice rig. It's got a tilt bed on it. It's kind of toyish in terms of how it is, but they had stuff like this back then. It's a little funny. But yeah, you can put 2 cars in there. This one fits. It doesn't let it go all the way down, which is kind of funny, as you can see. But, I mean, yeah, you can put 2 cars on this one transporter. It does look good in the fact that it's very long, and it's not as short as the other haulers. So, if you wanted to, I mean, this would look a lot better if, I mean, the chrome rims are awesome. I'm going to keep it like this, but if you was able to ever get a few of these, you can put more realistic wheels on it, like from M2 or something, and it will look a lot more realistic than it does even right now. But it's awesome. It's got full, graphic detail. Ford's on there, so it's a full licensing. It's got the upgraded cab top right there. I think they could put air conditioning on these, all sorts of options, but that was like one of those little bunk sleeper type deal things here. I could put on those cabs, kind of like that, or air scoops or something like that. I can't remember exactly what that was, but that was an option. You'd see that on those cabs. Metal base, not plastic. 2018 copyright, so I mean, it's been in development for a minute. But yeah, I mean, the graphics are great. Let's take a look. So it has the actual tagline back then, the going thing. Early Ford billboard. Drag team, not for hire. Really cool hauler. It's got the great spoke wheels. Full interior detail, so that's good too. And look at the car. The car's really cool. This is a casting that's been out for a minute, but certainly looks great when it's all done with the full premium treatment. Got the air induction scoops in the grill, quad headlights, teardrop, says Ford on the hood. Got your hood pins. Got your call out on the fender for the engine size. Galaxie 500 on the spear. Really, really great. And Ford was running these cars, factory back teams back then. And drag racing and NASCAR was very, very big in the 60s for the Detroit boys. Got your center exit exhaust. Really cool. Really, really cool car. I mean, it looks almost like a Pro Street the way it's sitting. Doesn't look like a factory car just because their wheels would have been a little bit less dished in the front. But really cool car. Basically, the quote-unquote Hot Wheels treatment is done to that thing. But awesome looking set. The graphics are just tremendous. This is probably going to be a very, very highly sought after one. Just like the Mongoose and Snake sets were. So this will probably be up there with that. So very excited to have that one. Hope you enjoyed looking at it. And good luck to trying to find it and not getting ripped off. But I'm sure if you're diligent, you'll come across. I think that I've seen more and more of the castings on Team Transport, so hopefully they're just pumping the market full so everybody can get their shot. But yeah, so we got some main lines today, and we got some premium Hot Wheels. Very, very happy to have these so early. And yeah, more to come. We got green light coming down the pike, so definitely have more to watch. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope everybody's holiday was amazing. Thank you for watching and subscribing. Till next time.